Have you ever been there? Your computer crashes, risking precious, maybe irreplaceable files.
In Omaha, we now have a new data recovery option. And of course, it's from Schrock Innovations.
Yes, it is. Thor Schrock is here to compute this. Good morning,
Hey,
Thor.
Thor.
Good morning, guys.
Good
How's it going?
Good. This is a kind of a new concept, isn't it? In the Omaha area, anyways. What are you doing at Schrock?
You know, we've been doing data recovery over at our Omaha service center for Schrock Innovations for years. So, I mean, I guess I don't want to say it's new because we've been doing it for a while, but we just got a boatload of new equipment, like new toys. It was like Christmas at Schrock for all the technicians. We have a new, this is going to make no sense to anybody, but we have a new imaging station. So you give me a bad hard drive, right? And some hard drives are just a little bit bad. Just bad enough that a computer can't see them, but bad enough, you know, but good enough that we can get them pretty easily. So if you send those out to like one of the national companies, they'll charge you like $1,300 to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
We charge like $400. We hook it up to our cool piece of equipment, and the old one we'd have to image the whole drive. So you bring in your like 70,000 terabyte hard drive, and you're like, I just need the one picture of my daughter's birthday, and you're
Right.
I got to image the whole thing, and then I can go back and find it. This new one that we have, we can actually target files.
What?
So like you're a business owner, for example, and your QuickBooks computer goes down, and you say, I gotta do payroll, I need my QuickBooks file. Oh, it's gonna take 2 days to image the drive. Oh golly. No, now we can go in and we can just target just
That
the
QuickBooks
QuickBooks
file.
file. Yeah, and grab that back. So there's a lot of new toys over at Schrock that we're having a lot of fun with. We're saving a lot of people, money by doing it all locally rather than having to outsource it or send it out. And the technicians love it.
Well, because I'm thinking about my husband's small business. We were there some years back, and he had to send something to the Carolinas, and it was a fortune compared to what you're able to do. How often are you doing these data recovery missions? I think about you guys going in and
We have the
mission
commandos.
accomplished.
No,
Yeah.
at any point we'll have, slow times maybe 8 or 9 recoveries in progress. Busy times we'll have 20 or 30 in the lab.
Are
that
all
we're working
those
on.
local? Because you said that some people you're helping from outside of the Omaha area.
Yeah, we do get some that are mailed in, especially from like western Nebraska, because there's not really any place to send it to out there. So a lot of them will send it in, but we're going to be launching a new data recovery website, because one of the things that we don't have is we don't have the website like the big boys have, where you can submit a job and get the prepaid shipping label, and then you can track the progress of your job as it's recovered. And then guess what? You can pay online. You can sign all the agreements that you will pay online. All this stuff. We don't have any of that. It's all just kind of small town. Yeah, we got you. We'll help you out. So we're getting all that in place now, and then once we have that in place, we're going to expand this to a more regional presence. But right now, it's all local. So yeah, it's great because we're getting to help people in Lincoln and Omaha and Papillion and all their surrounding communities and make a real difference for people.
But like you said, western Nebraska, so you're getting you've been doing a lot of these data recoveries. Now, what are you guys doing, even prior to all this new equipment, that wasn't being done in the Omaha area that was making your data recovery so successful?
Gotcha. Well, there's only one other fully functional data recovery lab in Omaha, and they specialize in forensic recovery. They do a lot of work for the police. Basically you have to maintain a chain of custody on the drive. Like Joe Smith accessed the hard drive at this time to see if there were any Hillary emails on it, and then the next person accessed it. And you have to have that chain of custody. Well, with residential data recoveries for pictures and stuff, and for most business recoveries, we don't need that. So we'll go through and do that stuff. So we really have the only fully equipped public data recovery lab in Nebraska. So I mean that's the big difference.
How long does it take? Well, okay.
As long as a piece of string.
So it depends.
It depends on how bad the drive is. It depends on how big the drive is. It depends on if we have to do it over a USB connection or not. The USB connection slows things down quite a bit. So as typical recovery, like last week we had a dental office that their main computer crashed, all their dental records, x-rays, everything were on this computer. We have they got the drive to us, and we recovered it in 24 hours.
Wow.
Then we have other drives, like we had one that was on the imager for 4 weeks, and just imaging. It was getting the data, but it was going super slow, and we're like, we don't have any other jobs to put on the imager, so why don't we just keep
let it
rolling?
go.
Yeah.
And I heard you when okay, so that's time. How long does it take? Now cost is another factor. I heard a $1,300 number thrown out there, but that's from the big guys out there. I heard you about the $400 range, but how does your pricing work? How do you know what to charge?
It's pretty straightforward. We have a little marker board. It's about yay tall and yay wide, and it has the different options written on it
speaking my
with
language right
prices.
now.
And we have that in the back so that any employee can quote the right cost. So we start at $400. If you want to get it in the lab, we have to charge a base of $400. The equipment's expensive. Yes, it's nice and
yeah,
fun
you
to
gotta
play
pay
with,
for it.
Yeah.
but we have the 400. Then if it takes a long time, like that one on the Imager that was on there for like weeks, we'll charge you double. We'll charge you 800. And then
That's
if we have
still
to do follow-up scans and post-processing of the data, we might charge you another 400.
Those are worst case scenarios.
Yeah,
But
those are pretty bad.
Even in that scenario, you're still less than what it would cost to send your stuff someplace else, put it in the hands of somebody you've never met, and just hope that everything turns out okay.
You know, some of the online ones
You
go
know.
to India. When you go online and do a
See,
search for data recovery
you
and you send
know.
it off to somebody, it's actually a drop
Listen,
ship to India.
If I'm talking about videos of my Meemaw who's passed away, you know what I mean? Like the stuff that, as Mike said, that's irreplaceable to you, or it's the business that has to have those files in order to maintain their business. I mean, it's critical for us personally, professionally, but anyway, I'll get on a soapbox talking about my Meemaw. Schrock Innovations, 3 service centers, and in any case, if we're talking about data recovery, we could start at any one of the 3 locations
we
just showed.
transfer in. In fact,
Yeah.
in the parking lot outside right now, I have 3 data recoveries that I picked up from Lincoln on Saturday that we're going to get going in the
Wow.
lab this
Fire
morning.
those units up, huh?
That's
And
right.
helping everybody. I can only imagine how satisfying it is when somebody comes to you and they are nothing but stress, desperate to be able to
Tears,
get those
like
files.
literally tears. Yeah.
And then all of us, you know, a few days later
Is
or
it
a
the
week
pictures?
later.
Is that what people are most concerned about?
A lot of
Pictures?
times.
A lot of
pictures.
times. For the
it's
residential
pictures,
people, yeah.
Pictures, documents. Juice Stop lost all their financials on a flash
Oh,
drive, and we got
heavens.
those back for them. So,
Wow.
Yeah, it's just, so sometimes
like-
it's pictures and sometimes it's work.
I feel like
and
you need to
sometimes it's
have a
mix.
superhero cape on when you go to deliver.
Dost thou
Here's
know
all
thy
your
word?
stuff back.
Yes.
Thanks, Thor.
Thank you,
Good to
guys.
see
See
you.
ya.
And the Morning Blend continues right after this.
They sell a lot.